What's up, guys? Step your game up here with another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, hit all those positive buttons. If you've come back, love having you guys. Awesome support. Guys, Discord, Mythgard, join the chat. Join the chat, guys. If you don't know about it, it's posted all over the game. Well, not all over the game, but it is posted around the game, right? So, I haven't made a video in a week because I've been waiting for my new phone. And we're gonna get into it. I would show those all right. So we're gonna start with the two champions and the gold. I'm gonna go back into the first loss. The other two losses with Chan and Changlin. Honestly, I was using my artifact deck, and I don't want to show you guys that because it's yellow purple, and I just think it's super greedy, and it's really good against other artifact decks, but everything else it's really slow, especially against the meta. So I'm not going to really be using it. It's just, guys, I'm going crazy. Like, I want to make decks and play with a whole bunch of decks. So if I ever hit champion, that is it. I don't care to climb past that. I really want to start making other decks. I got so crazy with it that I made another deck, but I'm too scared to play it. So we're gonna go with the first game here with Toonstar. Let's watch the game, guys. Let's see what happens here. Well, dang it, it tells you what happens, right? So that is kind of a bummer. Let's switch to my side because I like to watch my side. And let's start the game. All right, Toon will go first. He will drop his creature that they made she's no longer a 0/2, she's a 0/1, so she's easier to die off. So that is that. I'm going to put my vampire over here so I can try to gain some life. He does this weird attack thing that doesn't work, and then he destroys my creature. And then because I won second, I'm going to get it first, so I had 3 souls. Normally, since I know that, since I know I'm only going to have, let's pause it for a second, sorry guys. Since I know I'm going to have 2 souls, in the third, I normally want to get a creature that gives me the best value possible. So if I don't go with the vampire, I'm going to go with the zealot. Normally, it's the zealot because when he comes back, I can at least get the tokens to chump block. And look at his hand. Oh my goodness, I mean, this is not a bad hand, but kind of brutal to have all 3 in your hand. Sorry about that, Toon. I don't know why they did that to you, man. So, but he does put his creature down. So now I'm going to burn an orange and then put my creature that helps me draw. So what she does is she has Lurker. For 3, she draws a card, 3 energy. She gains an energy every time a minion dies on either side, mine and his. So he got to draw, and I also got to draw. So now he burns a green, and then he puts his creature down. That's a 4/3. We know how good this creature is. So what I'm going to do, I know he's going to do that. So I'm going to put my rush creature down, pump him up, take him out. I'm going to get 2 energy. He's going to look. That happened way too fast. He picks up a Raided Tombs. He burns a red. He puts a creature down. And I really wish my creature was a 2/3. That would be so nice. But it's not. So now he has a 2/1 on the field. I burn a red. I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to put my big boy down. I don't know what's in his hand. I'm thinking he's going to take it over, so I'm just going to blow up the field. But he doesn't. I got lucky that he doesn't have that card. So now he puts his drawer guy. That's a 4/1. But remember, so he's trying to stop me from getting the Alpha Strike. So I throw an enchantment on it. We both die. But now I have Frenzy and Alpha Strike. And no, I do not have the Alpha Strike yet. I have to do damage first. So he puts his big boy down. That's a 9/9. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I have the banish, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And now hit him twice. I should have pumped my guy. I was thinking about pumping my guy up, but good thing I didn't. So I'm going to now draw a card. So I have the left side of the field now wide open because now he has to focus on my creature here. So he has to focus on the right side of the board. He can't he cannot. So he can't afford not to. So he then banishes it, and I was like really mad about that. So I get another draw, another guy with rush. So I put all my creatures with rush down, and that is 5 damage. So he winds up quitting. Good game tune. I think that's like the first time I ever played him or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so now we'll go to the main menu. It looks like I will get that game in. That was only 5 minutes. Let's go with Kishkiskan. Let's watch this game, guys. We all know we're being gatekeeped by the champions, clearly. So we're gonna switch over again, guys. He's running a purple-red deck. I love purple, guys, but purple is very, very greedy. He's not running. A lot of the cards are greedy. It looks like he's not running a whole lot of the greedy cards, though. A lot of them look like 1 purple. So that's not a bad way to go with it, because it's very greedy. So he puts his card down. Now I'm gonna burn an orange. I love that guy, honestly. I'm gonna put my zealot down. He's a 2/1, so we can just exchange, hopefully. So let's see what he does. Sorry, guys. What did he do? Okay, so he destroyed my creature, played the rush guy. Now I'm gonna put the spirit and lock that down, because I want to be able to move my Kolobok over and kill it if he can't turn it into a 3/1/1, which it looks like. Once he burnt that red, I was like, yes, that is awesome, loving it. So now I'm going to move my Kolobok over. Let's destroy him so I can get that 2 extra mana. Let's kill his little 2/1 rush guy over, and now let's put. This guy is awesome. He's a 2/6 Keeper of the Secrets, Rizal. He does divination, and when he brands, every time you draw a card, the opponent has to discard a card at random. Awesome. So now I have a 2/6 blocker. Not worried about it at all. So now I got that 6 mana. I burn, which, guys, honestly, right there, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that, because of the fact that I already have 2 extra mana. I could afford it. I could afford not to burn anything there. I did mess up there, regardless. So now I am going to choose a card, which I choose I chose the green spell to take over a creature's card, which was awesome, because then he winds up doing this, which if he would have just waited one more turn, he could have really made this difficult for me. So he does a free move again, where he can zap me. He gives all his creatures agile, and then he gives all his creatures agile, guys. Let's pause it for 1 second. Gives all his creatures 1/0 and agile until your next turn, and then he put this on his creature that gives a minion piercing and demise. Deal 3 damage to you, your opponent, and minions in the opposite 3 lanes. Okay, so I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with that, because then my guy would die, so I'll just take it, and then I will take advantage of the 3 lanes being the nuke for 3 lanes, or whatever you want to call it. So I do a little bit more damage, and now I have him on the ropes right now, guys. So he really doesn't have much to do here. He tries to hit me. He's gonna try to use. Oh, he doesn't use the skill. So I'm gonna look. I'm gonna draw 2 cards here. Okay, let's banish. Draw 2 cards, and then I'm gonna lower his attack to 0. So that way I didn't have to sacrifice any creatures. I hit him for the 5. Let's take this out. Hit him 2 more with my spirit. He's at 4 life now. He draws. He then uses his ability, his power. He zaps me for 1. He has to discard a card. He does it again. Then he looks at my hand and then surrenders. Good game, Kishkiskan. All right, man. 2 champions in a row. That was exciting. Some exciting stuff. I know it was fast, guys. So we are going to show that match where I lost. I don't have a problem with it. I am running 3 different decks right now, which still isn't enough for me, but I got to do what I'm working with here. So we're going to go face war right here. Let's switch our Thing, of course, he is running red-blue. So he starts out first, and he has nothing to play, so he passes the turn. I will then burn a purple, and then I will pass the turn. Then he burns a red, and then he puts his creature every time he breaches. He gets +1/+1. I did not want to have to deal with that, especially dealing with blue where you could pump him up. So I put my racer down and I take him out. Then he's going to go and burn a blue, put his 2/3 down, which is, we all know he's really good because every time he kills a creature off, he re-heals. So I burn a green right there, and I put my 4/1 every time. It's his awaken ability. If he dies before your next turn, return it to my hand. So he destroys it, and then I take 4 to the face. So I'll also show my deck list, guys. So I'll show you why I played this guy, the 4/1 guy. It's for Grandma's tea house, pretty much. So, but I'll explain that later. So I put my Bella down, favorite creature in the game. I lock his 4/5 down. So he winds up burning a blue and then stuns me for... He does 2 damage and then stuns me. And now I'm just gonna let astray his creature. He wasted a spell on him. So now I use my path ability. Or that's my power, right? It's not my path. I don't think it's my path. So I use my power, foresight, and then I wind up looking at the top 2. So I make my spells 1 less. I take a creature over. I burn a purple, and then I'll pass the turn. So right now I think he winds up burning a red. Or does he not burn it? I don't know if he burns it. I don't think he burns anything, actually. So he smartly doesn't burn anything because he has a pretty good hand. So I'm going to lock his creature down to 0 attack. Put my spirit down to get Bella back. And now I'll pass the turn. And then he's going to put his creature that has a mobile... Oh, no. Sorry. He puts his Magmortar down or whatever it's called. And I get to draw a card. I'm going to put my creature down. That gives you a... I guess that's an item that lets me put the creature through. If when it dies, it goes 3 to the top again, from the top. So now he winds up destroying my creature. So he's in the graveyard now, which... Remember, this is my graveyard manipulation deck, so it really doesn't bother me that much. So I'm going to put a Sword Saint down so I can gain some life. I also messed up right here, guys, because I actually should have put the sword onto him and not Bella, but whatever. So I put it on Bella, and I'll gain my life, and now he's going to put this is one of my favorite creatures in the game, especially against Valkyries. He just makes everything immobile. So with this guy right here, you could shut down a lot of the Valkyries because the combo is to get the guy who gives everybody teleport or swift or whatever. But if everybody's immobile, it's not going to work out well for you. So now he destroys my creature again. So now he is going to go 3 to the top because I wound up getting it back from my artifact. Sorry, guys, I should have told you I played my artifact that gets a creature back from the Boneyard. This guy right, Shroud of the Pit. Okay, so now I am going to put Overrun so I could draw a card, and I put the Sword Saint's life tap item. So now he's gonna hit my Bella for 2 and stun her, and he's gonna put his creature down right here so he can get his spell right now and do 2 more damage to my Bella, so I can stop locking his big creature down, which is smart. Okay, so I destroy his creature. I put my creature down right now. I'm going to put the crown onto him. So when he destroys it, I get it back. I'm going to hit it. So I'm going to hit his creature. So now we can exchange creatures right now. So he winds up putting his vampire, which is this guy's ridiculous. So now he gets the benefits. But he has fragile now. So this is a big mess up on his end. Not a mess up, right? It's not a mess up, but it hurt. So I'm going to kill his creature. I'm going to get him back to the 3 to the top. I'm going to put another Sword Saint down I got it from my Boneyard with my artifact. And then I'm going to Foresight and choose a creature. He then uses the creature that makes 3, which is pretty good. So now I'm going to draw 3 cards, take advantage of all this. And now I'm going to put probably the best creature in the deck, if you ask me. I'm going to put him down. So now I'm going to start killing off his creatures here so I could pump up my creature there, kill him again, and now I'm a 9/10. And he's not going to have many answers. He hits me for 3 to wear down my artifact that has 13 duration for some crazy reason. I'm going to put my Racer down, and I'm going to take this creature out, and then I'm going to spirit away his creature. So he's going to take 10 to the face, and then he winds up quitting, guys. It was awesome because I'm 3-1 with my graveyard manipulation deck within the last 4 games. So that was really cool, really exciting. So let's go into the game I lost here, and let's see if we can figure out where I went wrong, what I could have done differently. I feel like I could have done a few things differently in this game, but he really did have a good. I mean, he played it well. So he's gonna go first. He burns a red. He puts his creature down that makes him lose 2 life, but he'll draw and gain 4 life once it dies. I'm then gonna put my Zealot down to the far end. Remember, I went second, guys, so now my Journey of the Souls is gonna be at 3, and he's like the typical guy I want to grab first, just to get those tokens out. He hits me for 2, and then he passes the turn. I'm gonna burn a red. Probably shouldn't have burned that. Probably should have burnt the Raider. To start off right there was kind of a bad move because I could have used that gain life. He puts a Worn creature down and another 2 creature down, and then I take 2 more damage. I get my creature back. I really wish I should have. And another thing I probably could have done was burnt him, and then put her down, and then started drawing cards and taking advantage of that. Okay, so now he puts. I think he's gonna burn. He burns the green, and then he puts. Man, I didn't have any answer for this guy at the moment. So I'm gonna move my creature over now, and now put my Raider down, which wasn't the greatest move, I think, but I really don't think I had many options. And another thing, guys, see, now he passed the turn, right? What happened? I just burnt my creature at Rush, not paying attention, of course, to his turn of the seasons. If I would have kept my Rush creature, I could have put him down, buffed him up 1 to take out this creature, at least put it back into his hand and stall him for another turn. Then I could have dropped him and, done a whole bunch of other things differently. But I didn't, guys. I really messed up right there. He hits me for 5. I'm like, oh man, if I could just survive to turn 7. I put my creature down right here. I didn't want him to take it out by buffing his creature up to 6 and just taking me out. So he raided Tomb. He draws 2 cards. Now he puts his 4/1 down, and I think right now he passes the turn. So I'm like, oh man, all I gotta do is survive. That's another thing I did really stupid. I could have used that artifact, but he would have killed me, right? So I use a creature with Rush. I give him the draw. I'm like, I don't have a choice here. He then raided Tombs. He draws 2 cards. Let's see the 2 cards he draws, and then he's gonna kill off my creature. All he has to do is 3 damage to it, and that's that. And he hits me for 5. I don't have much options here. I'm like, okay, now I could at least board wipe, and hopefully he doesn't have anything with Rush. But I think there he is. He draws right into it. Either way, he would have gotten it with the Raided Tombs probably, even if he didn't draw that extra card. So there was a couple of mistakes there, guys. The reason why I wanted to really show that is because I wanted to let you guys learn from my mistakes. I wanted to learn from my own mistakes and show you guys that, pay attention, especially when it comes to Turn of the Seasons and Journey of the Souls. You really want to pay attention to both of those big time, because you want to realize when it comes to Journey of the Souls, you want to realize what you're killing off, and when it comes to Turn of the Seasons, you want to know when that Fragile's coming out, because then you can take advantage of it, right? So guys, we're gonna go into our deck list because a subscriber asked me to. So I'm going to do it because I'm going to do what you guys want me to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. So I'm going to show you my graveyard manipulation deck. I'm not going to show you all my decks today because I want to go into my other videos, and then I'll show them every day, like each one day by day. So the first one is going to be the Boneyard manipulation deck, and I have a Grinning Coloboke. I only put one because I have another way to kind of mana ramp, not really mana ramp, but help me get creatures out. So the thing about this deck, guys, is a lot of the creatures are 3 and 4. So I just want to get a lot of value. It's like a greedy deck, I guess you can say, in a different way, right? Because it's like 2 meanings to greedy to me. Another one is like black, where everything is really, or purple, I'm sorry. Everything is just like 3 mana to cast or 2 mana to cast. A lot of the good cards. So that's pretty greedy to like want to get those cards out because you're using a lot of your resources, guys. And, you know, you got to like learn how to really work with that. Like purple, if you're going to run purple with all those big creatures, all those big spells, maybe you should probably go, when you burn, you should burn 6 purple and 4 of the other color. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm realizing as I'm going on, like, you know, continue to play with purple, that might be the best way to go with it. So I do 3 overkills, guys, because the overkill goes good with my Leash green guy. It goes good with all my creatures that just don't have overrun. It lets me draw a card, gives me overrun. You know what I'm saying? So I have to take advantage of I want to take advantage of doing as much damage as possible. I run 2 Raid of Tombs. I run Bella, of course. So this spirit card it kind of hurts sometimes because I have an artifact that lets me get the creatures out of the boneyard, and this kind of like, sometimes it would just like, it hurt because like I won't have anything in the boneyard, and then I just have the spirit in my hand. So whatever. I run 2 Led Astrays. I could run 3, but 2's fine. I run green. I run the Night Hag. I run Pillage. I want to be able to banish some of those graveyards, especially when it comes to Journey of Souls, when you know that they have. So guys, if they have 2 souls, it's your turn. You destroy a creature. They have 3 souls now, and they're expecting to get that creature now. You can use Pillage, and you can wipe out that next creature possibly that they're gonna get. So, and also I could take the artifact. So that's really huge. Shroud. I get a creature back from my minion, a minion back from my boneyard. Sorry about that. So Murmur, we all know that card's like one of the best spells in the game. So I got the other stag that, of course, because I want to manipulate the boneyard. He's gonna get a creature out of the boneyard. I run my big boy just because he's just a big beater, and that's that. Defy Death, stop me from dying. And then maybe I can climb back into the game. Grandma's Tea House. This card makes my creatures stealth and reduces them by 1 permanently, guys. So if they go into the boneyard and I can resurrect it and get it back to my hand or whatever the case is, it's gonna come back 1 less all the time. Racer in the Shadow, the Racer. Very key, guys, to knock out those Colobokes, knock out those Trump blockers. I mean, those 2-1s, you know, those 3-2s or whatever the case is. That helps a lot. And then it goes really good with the Grandma's Tea House also because I can reduce a creature by 1, throw it on there, kill something off. Helps out a whole lot. Sword Saint, pretty much, we just want the item, right, to gain life. Balance, this is like a token purple. Okay. Metamorphosis, turn something into a sheep. Very key, guys. Control. Gotta have a little bit of control in the deck. Rogue, very good. The thing is, guys, you got to be careful playing this with the ability, so the power, I mean, that gives your creature swift, because you could put it on there and they could just swift out of it and kill him. So pay attention to that, guys. So this card also is very, very good with Grandma's Tea House, because you could put her on Grandma's Tea House. It comes in with stealth, so no one knows what it is. So a lot of people think it's like the 3/3 spirit, because they see a lot of spirits in my deck, and they already assume that it's the 3/3 spirit that when it attacks, it doesn't take damage. Or they might even think it's this guy right here, Shinobi of Fire, and they'll attack it. It'll come back to my hand. I'll get it back, and then I can throw it back on the tea house and then reduce another creatures by 1. So I actually really love that card in this deck. The God of Gamers, just to be able to put key cards back into my deck. That's what I want, so I can keep the resurrection going, and then I can resurrect him and use the item to get him back, and then start putting things back in my deck. So forcing them to kill, when they kill things, I get it back. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge. Ninetail is probably the most important card in the deck. It will bring back my spirits at the beginning of my turn, so it's very key. All right, so maybe not, because my ghost is, I mean, he's greedy. He's a hungry ghost, man. He's just eating all the time. He eats them up. I get those low creatures, because everything I'm pretty much running is like, a lot of things are 1 to 3. So I can get things to die real quick, pump them up, give him overrun with my green spell, draw a card, and just start doing work, man. So that overrun spell does really well with him. Awesome card. And honestly, why am I not running 2 of him? I don't have to. That's probably why. Jin, pretty much a token purple spell, right, guys? Spirit Away, 2 of them. Greedy, but necessary, because it takes out those big creatures. And then Perfect Grade. So there you guys go. That's the deck list for my Boneyard Manipulation. I'll slowly scroll by it again. I know, guys, I'm going to get better at this, so I can show you guys the deck list in a different way. More efficiently, I think. I hope they wind up doing it more efficient. Maybe they do have a more efficient way. I just don't know how to do it. So if there is, guys, just let me know, and I really appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for watching. We're climbing the champion. We got to get through those gatekeeper guys. I know how much you guys love the gatekeep, but hey, I'm coming for you too, man. That's what I want. I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day, and until the next one, all right?